guys let me know if you can hear us. Let me know if you can hear us. Yeah, I know you guys have been waiting patiently. Can you hear us? Give us a 1. Let us know. I can't tell what's going on until you tell us, so we're going to be here for a minute.
We're having some technical issues.
Lots. We're having connectivity difficulties. We can hear y'all, he says. Okay, sweet. Perfect. All right, guys. Welcome to Hall of Fame College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. He's the coach, Philip Roybal. And we are at Big 12 Media Days, AT&T Stadium. We're right across from AT&T Stadium. We had it set up. The Wi-Fi here is not working. They won't allow you to actually use any of that stuff. The audio is good. That's good to hear. All right, so, okay,
well,
cool.
Coach, it just took us an hour and a half to get this set up.
Yeah, so this is through just the phone and our lapel microphone. So if this is good to go, this is good to go. We've got a couple. I mean, we just haven't been able to push anything out. Sorry about that, guys. And I know we're about an hour late now.
No, 30, 34 minutes.
Okay, well, in any event, we are here at Big 12 Media Days. And listen, the first thing we did when we checked in, guess who we saw? Okie Light Mike. Okie Light Mike Gundy. I turned back and looked at him. He gave me the ugliest look ever. It made me feel great. So
hey, I still say you should have brought one of our Okie Light T-shirts and he should have autographed it for you. I think he would have done so gladly, Jason.
Oh, I'm sure. What do you guys think? So, yeah, we're going to see. Look, tomorrow they will, Oklahoma State and Texas will be on the docket. We will be able to run everything from there, not immediately during it. Yeah, I'm seeing what's going on here. Yeah, so we will be able to, here's what I'm going to try to do is open. Coach, can you move that maybe? And I can open this and watch it as we're going through it as well. All right, so Oklahoma State is going to be on along with Houston, Kansas, Baylor, Texas, and BYU. Those guys will be on tomorrow at the stadium. We will be there live. Yeah, that's the ones we're going to do. Listen, we're going to do a stream or two for sure BYU. I'm thinking for Okie Light Cody as well. We'll be meeting up with him. Certainly, we might do something for the Lone Star guys on Baylor. We're going to be there all day. So we're going to be out there, and we'll be able to give you guys some information from there. Whatever's going on with this is the coolest hotel. We're right here at Live, right across from the stadium, right next to the baseball stadium, which is called what again? It's
Lowe's. Yeah, Live at Lowe's.
Live at Lowe's. And then so we're right here next to it. And then so in a minute I'll take that over there so you guys can see it. But in the end, it's right behind us, and the other camera had a great view of it. It's a little bright back there for us to see it now. In the end, what we're going to do is tomorrow we will have connectivity there at the stadium. We'll be able to run everything.
We hope.
Yeah, well, we'll be there early enough to do it. But we probably just won't announce when we're going to do it. We'll just pop on.
But Coach Jason, I just wanted to say, guys, we're here because of you guys. And we want to make sure that we can bring you every bit of information as it's happening and up front. We want to give you a front row seat to the Big 12 Media Day.
And we're pumped, man. We've been up since like 4 o'clock this morning, hauling ass up here. We had we've been had a couple beers here and there, had a little bit of food. We've been having a good time with it. So it's been a lot of fun. But listen, I feel like you're looking at it. Well, we probably should just go right here. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun because you're going to get to go in there. And, I've got some questions for old Coach Gundy. I'm going to ask him why he gave me a dirty look. No, I'm not. But I'm going to ask him about his culture. We're going to ask a few things. If you guys have certain questions, I really wish he was. I really wish he would have, James. That would have been so sweet. If he'd yelled at me and told me he was a man. I mean, that would have been cool, right? That would have
He was trying to be cool, calm, and collected, but he wasn't too cool, and he wasn't. I guess he was collected as he could be.
But he didn't say shit to me, so that was okay, and that's fine. I don't really care.
Well, you didn't exactly strike up a conversation with him either.
Yeah, maybe I should have.
I told you.
Maybe I should have.
Coach, how's your culture?
Yeah, how's your culture? And I'm going to ask him that during the thing, but I don't want to get kicked out of there before I walk in tomorrow. So.
And guys, we're not here to antagonize anybody. We're here to again give y'all the best insight to what's going on here tomorrow and the next day, and we want to keep y'all updated and informed, and that's what's important to us.
Right, guys, and this is going to be a lot of fun for us. We've got 2 days of it. Oklahoma is the last school to go up in front of these folks at the media days. I'll put out a video after we're done here. I've got a bit of a video that we were going to use as a promo. That's when we started having real issues with the connectivity. It's video, but I'll edit a little bit more and throw it up there. Man, it's cool. We're in the stadium. They've got it set up. It's huge. Just the podium was huge.
Oh, golly. It
takes up a big part. So we're going to have our own table. Hopefully there will be some lines there. I know for sure that they're going to allow us with wireless stuff for sure. But if they'll give us a line, then we're really good. But anyway, we're going to make it work.
It's big time stuff, guys. It's really cool. We got our little. I don't know if I can show them or not. Where is it? No.
Oh yeah, these are our media passes.
Media passes. Yeah.
Live strong. Big 12.
Big 12.
Just kidding. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, guys. And what's up, guys? Hey, what's up? There's old Cody, the professor.
Cody
the professor in here as well. Hank, thanks a lot, James. I'm glad you guys are all in here. Mars, what's up, boys? We're gonna say hi to everybody. Just want to make sure that you guys all know we are, and Mike Wilkerson, our boys in there too. Sooner Cowboys, what's up, buddy? Glad you guys are here.
Where the heck's Adela?
That we still. Are you seriously? Where are you at, Bagman? You're gonna come in here and say this? Come on now.
What's he saying?
We're out here working our butts off to get on here. You're gonna come in busting chops.
What's he saying?
Kick him out, Hank. Shit.
What's he saying?
He said, "I bet we still lose to West Virginia."
Oh.
What's up there, Mars? What are you doing, man? Yeah, kick him out of there, Hank. Don't let him talk that trash. We're over here working our butts up to get in here. Damn. Anyway. All right, yeah. So we got a lot of it. But look, just kind of looking at what we have. Let me pull that screen back up here. All right, so TCU goes off first in the morning. It'll actually be around 1 o'clock local time, which is Central. Coach Sonny Dykes, Brett Yormark goes off at noon Central, so we'll be there for that as well. We're only allowed to kind of go 3 minutes at a time or so, right? So once that happens, you got to what's up, fellas? That's timeout worthy. Yeah, it was definitely timeout worthy. And you don't have to kick him out completely, but you can give him a timeout. You ain't gotta like it, Bagman. You ain't gotta like it. All right. Don't come in here smack talking. They're over here they got a 5-star freaking tight end the other day. They're still in line to get all these dudes, and you're gonna come in here talking that smack with the number 4 recruiting class. I don't want to hear it. Been a crazy day. We got a jab from Josh Pate and took on 3. Who did? What happened there, Cody? I gotta hear this. Thank you, Hank. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh yeah. He was talking some more smack, huh? Oh well. Let's see what he said. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind those. All right. We use the Alt key for mod options. Yeah, use a mod. Yeah. You can do whatever you got to do. But thanks, guys. I appreciate and Hank, I appreciate you being a mod. I meant to tell you about it before I made you it, but I figured you and so is Kim. But yeah, I appreciate that. High Top Sports, I'll tweet it to you. Yeah, listen, we've been here. We got here this morning about 11:30.
Yeah,
something like that. We were on the road early.
We flew up on Coach Roy Ball's jet Ford F-150.
Hey, OG or not, this dude, he's put on the turbo and we were rolling, man. Butt sucked up into that seat. I was just kicking back and I was going, oh shit, here we go. So, and he takes the back roads too. We were only on the interstate for a little while.
Yeah.
So, but we got here quick. So it was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. So, okay, yeah. As I said, TCU will be the first after Commissioner Yormark. Then you've got TCU players from 115 to 125. Then it goes to Coach Holgerson at Houston. 140 to 150 will be the Houston players. Then it goes to Kansas Coach Lance Leipold, who I just saw in the lobby, along with the quarterback there, Jalen Daniels as well. Saw those guys down there. Baylor coach Dave Aranda follows those guys up, followed by the Baylor players at 215 to 230, and then 230 to 240. Okie Light coach Mike Gundy at 240 to 255. Then it will go to OSU players, and then Sark will enter stage.
Jason, I heard Baylor wasn't coming to this. I heard they're just going to give up the season.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. It might not be Air Force, but it's 4x4x1.
No, you guys, I'm kidding.
Dana should be a blast. Yeah, I think Dana feels the heat, and he should feel the heat because the Fertittas don't play. They're
Dana's in the land down under.
Listen,
you know
they were bad.
It gets hot down there.
They were in bad shape, man.
Yeah.
They were fighting each other on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So it didn't look good. Then we'll have goes to Sark. Then BYU will follow Sark in Texas with the BYU players. I know for sure that I'm going to be jumping on with Nathan Bomber Brown on that. We may run it on ours so that he can stream it to his guys, just running through StreamYard like that. We'll kind of see how that goes. But, yeah, we'll get there from doing it that way. Press conference, field. Yeah, so 350 to 405. So I guess we may be able to catch them after that on the field. So look for whatever. Hey, we're going to do it. This is my first time to do this as a streamer. Before I was just a writer, so we would write it up and it was in the next day's paper.
What do you mean just a writer? What do you mean just?
I'm just saying this is my first time to do it as a streamer and a broadcaster.
But don't say just a writer.
I was a damn good one.
Exactly. That's my point.
No, it's all good, fellas. Don't worry.
Well, this is my first time to be here because I was just a coach.
Every one of them knows him too, guaranteed. They're all gonna know him. They're all gonna know who he is, and because he's met them all. They've all come to his coaching, his practices to get his players, so he knows them all. Now, this is the fun part. I'm gonna keep a camera on Coach as much as I can because all those guys are gonna be rubbing elbows with him. I love it. That's what I'm here for. This is what we're here for. You guys can't wait. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Cody. That'll be cool. Ask Gumby how he will explain a 5-7 season, but do it at the last minute. You're absolutely perfect. I hope I don't get it until the last one. Right. So that's the goal there is to ask him. Yeah, and it was like, well, hey, they right after, and if you remember this, guys, this was the funny part. If you remember this, right after the Texas win, and they came back from 17 down, right, and they had blown that 17-point lead to TCU. Then the Texas win, and they start talking about culture. Remember, they were all around at the press conference and the culture that you built here and all that. And what happens post-haste? 48-0 at K-State. You got little Gumby doing this, right? and then they ended up losing for the last 5, including Bedlam. And so I was watching that last night. You guys should go back, watch that from last year. We'll tease that a little bit as well, and we'll definitely get to that from there. Any other questions you guys want to hear for any of these coaches? Pop those in the comments. Hit me on Twitter if you want to. Any way you want to do it. How he's going to explain 5-7 at the last minute. Love it. We'll do that. Not gonna lie, I give Josh Pate a hard time. He is an Iowa State fan. Yeah, Josh Pate. Yeah, I like Josh. He's okay, but he's trash talks too, man. It's okay to give him a hard time. We all trash talk. I mean, we're gonna all say we're college football fans. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. Looking forward to seeing 2023 version that Brent Venables and the Sooners. Hey, look, you should be. You should be. Think about the guys that are going to be. Just think about the portal guys that are coming in. When you start thinking about Deshaun McCullough, You start thinking Devon Sears from Texas State. You can say whatever you want. That kid looks really good, huge, right? Then the guys that hadn't quite developed into what you wanted them to. This is a different defense. It's night and day different. DeSonico was a freaking freshman All-American, and he was all over the field. And now he's put on about 30 pounds of mass. I'm excited. Excited. We should all be excited. Straight BS, because the guys that won the Texas game are elsewhere. Yeah, dude, screw them. I'm excited about that one too, because it's been quite a while since Texas won 2 in a row. When they do, good for them. But even if, and if it's something Seth was saying, and I saw him in here early, he may not have come back. But Seth was talking about last night on Jay's show, before we left it. What was he saying? He felt like you're going to maybe see OU lose the first one and then beat them in the championship game. That's cool. As long as whoever wins the championship is the one you want.
Guys, I go back to the Texas. I don't know what everybody's smoking, but I just, again, you got to prove it. And I just don't see it happening, guys. I mean, they're very talented, and they ought to win a lot of ball games because just on talent alone.
Right.
But as we well know, at the end of the day, prove it up, and they haven't done it, and I don't see it happening this year. And you guys know, I sat here with my good friend Jason, that a big OU fan, and I'm not an OU fan, but also not a Texas fan. But I tell you what, I truly believe that OU has the better coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
no doubt.
I think Texas at this juncture has the better players. But in Mike Gundy's words, culture, culture, culture. And I see the OU culture being better than the Texas culture. I see OU's defense being so much better, and that's been a difference maker in the past. I mean, in a negative way, it's been the defense has not been good, and I see their defense being really a lot better. So I think honestly, I see OU having a lot better chance of winning the conference than Texas. Y'all are going to laugh at me, but I think Texas finishes 3rd or 4th.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I am laughing. Here's the deal. I think that they do. Look, I expect them to play for it, but I'm not sure that they do either. I think that if you are counting out Kansas State, and here's what we're going to find out. The one thing about it is that I think Jay was talking about the other night. It's a tough end of the year for them as well. You look at Oklahoma; they're gonna close out with TCU, having come off the road from BYU. That's going to be a tough ball game. 2 tough ball games. They're going to be important, right? As Belichick would say, do your job, Bagman. Do your job. Go pay him. Get it done. Let's go. But yeah, listen, here's all I feel about is that when it comes down to it, they're going to have to get through Tech and Kansas State in a few weeks.
Guys, Texas
towards the end of it. Now, they do get both of those games at home, right? They do get both of those games at home. What's up, Kim? Glad you're here, buddy. Appreciate you being here, too. Sorry we were late. We were telling everybody on what happened. What's up, Fatty? There he is. All depends on the D. If they can limit points to 20 or so. Listen, in some games, you know what? You're going to run into some offenses that even the best defenses are not going to completely stop. It just happens, right? It's just going to happen. But what happens is you want to make more stops than you used to. You want to have an opportunity to make stops where 3rd and 26 ain't happening, right? 3rd and 26 ain't happening again. That's what we want to make sure of.
Well, and I tell you what, Coach, guys, just having coached many years of football, 25 plus years of coaching at the highest level in Texas and in college, I will tell you this, as a defensive coach, I always, if we could get 3 stops early in the ball game, we won probably over 90% of those ball games. And I think as you watch college football this season and all the teams playing, pay attention to that little piece of information. Because if a team can get 3 stops early in the game, the chances are they're going to win the ball game.
Right.
And I think that's going to fall. That's going to be a big deal for OU. Is those getting those stops early in the ball game.
Tommy Rees to going to Northwestern rumor is starting to heat up. Well, we know it isn't going to be Coach O. We know it ain't going to be Coach O, right?
Tommy Rees, what?
Taking the Northwestern job. So did you hear about what happened? Pat Fitzgerald, there was some kind of sex abuse thing going on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Tommy Rees.
Hazing. I guess it's starting to heat up as
well.
well.
I tell you what,
Perfect
I hope
lie.
not, because I don't want Alabama to win. I want him to stay where he's at.
All right. What are they gonna do then? Northwestern can pay big money. It all depends on the D. Yeah, Boomer sooner. Here we go. Kim, I told Ty we're not going to the SEC to participate. We're going to go take over. He thought I was crazy. Oh, he didn't think you're crazy. He knows.
No,
he knows.
OU's going to OU.
Hey, I want to go back to this one about USC though.
Okay.
What is this madness? So they're making excuses already. I hadn't been on there looking at that. We were down. We had to go get our passes, and we were trying to get that other stuff done. So it just didn't all work out. But already making excuses for not getting Tatum. That's what I did want to talk about. That he put out his final 2 list: Oklahoma and SC.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So number 1 running back in the country, and they're already putting out excuses. Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to hear it. What did he say?
Tell me more.
Here's the thing. I think they see the writing on the wall there, right? I think that there was a time when it looked like it was just guaranteed that that's where he was going to go, was to USC. In the end, when you look at Lincoln's acting like it was because of him that Kyler got to play baseball and all that. That's not what Coach Stoops was still there when he started playing baseball, and it was the OU baseball coach they have used him tremendously. Now he's willing to let this tight end go do it, I guess. Got to get some work done. Okay, buddy. Have a good one, bud. Thanks for coming in, Cody. And I'll check out that show for you guys. Yeah.
See you, Cody.
Listen, he's gonna make excuses because this is what Lincoln Riley does. They're more concerned about the number 8 linebacker than the number 1 running back. Yeah, how stupid is that? How stupid of a freaking thought is that? Right? Stutzman is a stud, leads Big 12 returners and tackles. The UCF guys is up their butt. Danny should have been all-conference guy. You're right. Hey, man, I said it on Jay's show, and I agree with that. I think Stutzman should have been. I think that Tyler Guyton, him not being, that's criminal. That he's newcomer of the year is a bad look. Here's the thing. Those are the media guys, and as you saw, even Okie Light had a first-place vote in their poll. That had to have come from that Cody Nagel guy. He's the guy that tends to do stupid stuff like that. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Cody Nagel, but I'm not sorry because you do stuff like that. Teddy Lehman said that Tatum's decision would be what starts the next Civil War. Yeah, listen, if he ends up going to SC, yeah, but here's what I would say to that. If he goes to SC, let it go. Okay? Let it go. I got to get insulted by Teddy Pringles last night. You did? Attaboy. Oh, man. That is the Civil War. Screw those guys. Screw them. And look, I'll be surprised if he does go to SC. I will. And again, why should we be surprised if he goes to SC? Because why? Because Lincoln ain't going to be there. And that's how they ought to be recruiting.
John Pecan.
He gone. I don't know that for sure, but we're going to see. I'm going to have to go and watch this. So this is on Voice of College Football, Hank? Awesome. My man. All right. Yeah. Listen, if it happens, it happens. They don't argue the insult. That's all they had. He had nothing to say when he was on that stream with me on voice. It was what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was just being a chump. Have y'all seen the local products thing with the kid from Del City? Yeah, dude. There's a lot of, and that's the thing. I think that's a great point. 1982 Boomer Sooner, because if you remember, Lincoln wasn't doing well recruiting the in-state guys. They were all, and think about what happened during that time. This is when Okie Light started to get, quote, good, right? They were getting, all the local talent was having to go there. Now, one of the first things he said when he came in, it is very much a part of the decision. One of the first things he said when they came in is that you need to dominate in-state. And I agree with him. The best guys in the state that are actually from the state need to be Oklahoma guys. And they're going to be. And again, I would reiterate what I said the other night, and Coach, we talked about this a few minutes ago. All the guys that they expected to get, they've gotten so far, right? Or they're still available. And it looks like, and when Ari got another crystal ball and a future cast coming from a rivals guy, that's coming. Dominic McKinley wasn't expected, and you're starting to see people predicting him to OU as well. I'm not positive that's going to happen. It still surprises me that he wouldn't end up at LSU somehow, because you would think he would. But I keep hearing he's not. Then the whole deal with, and if you look at what, hey man, this running back recruiting, unbelievable, man. He's hitting it out of the park. They're hitting it out of the park. And if they don't end up with Tatum, it's not the end of the world. We've talked about that, because if you think about it, that wasn't an expectation. There's no way that anybody expected that until all of a sudden it looked like it was a possibility. Now that's cool, but we have to keep it in perspective. Now it sucks if he goes to USC, because you know what they're going to say. But I agree with what Teddy said. I love Teddy Lehman. He's my boy. Love Teddy Lehman. But listen, he's probably right. And to hell with Lincoln. And Lincoln's going to cheat, and he's going to lie and say some stupid stuff. But the truth is that, you can
Lincoln
do that.
wouldn't do that, Coach.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. It's what he does. Nobody wants to hear that shit, but it's the truth. Tell him.
Hey, give me 2 minutes and I'll tell you.
It's all you. It's all you. Go for it.
No, I'm teasing.
No, listen.
Just give me 2 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised. Go.
2 minutes.
Go.
No, I'm kidding. Again, I'm not a Lincoln Riley fan.
Well, you hate SC, so.
Yeah, I do. Obviously, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I don't like USC. I think Lincoln Riley is the one that painted the fingernails of his quarterback during the season. I think he did his
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb Williams. I think Coach painted his fingernails for him.
I think he did too. You saw him crying and stuff at the Heisman ceremony. It was so sweet.
Yeah, it was it was.
And then when he lost back-to-back games, man, it was awesome.
But hey, Coach, thanks for the 2 minutes.
Did I give you a full 2?
You gave me 2 minutes.
It's all you, man. I want to give more of it to you. Go.
Hey, I told you. Sometimes it doesn't even take 2 minutes. We're good to go.
Inside joke. We'll tell you about it later. I didn't talk shit because it's not Simon Day, but I called BS on the guy that looks like Larry from the Three Stooges. Hey, yeah. So what did he say? Because that's hilarious. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I had done that. Larry from the Three Stooges. He did that Oklahoma also when we beat Texas, the horns down fingernails. That was hilarious. Yeah. So it was weird. So that dude that looks like Larry of the Three Stooges, I did that short on him where he was talking about Lincoln Riley against Garrett in the college football playoff. Yeah, right, dude. He's not getting to the CFP. Not doing it.
No.
He's not doing it this year. I think their best chance was last season when nobody knew. And they were still big. And this may be the comment of the week already, and it's freaking Tuesday. He says, if you say Tim Pringle 3 times in the mirror, you'll fart a pride rainbow. Perfect cracker, my man. Everybody give him a hand.
I love it.
Everybody give him a hand, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. We got worse every year in the rivalry. You're correct. So I said, I think that their best team was the one they just had. It's not the one they have now. I know they've added players, even on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think it's gonna matter a lick.
They don't play defense.
I don't think it's gonna matter a lick. You can bring in guys that were decent defensive players. First off, you're not gonna get 60 snaps out of freaking Bear. And they got some other guys that are decent, but you gotta have a good scheme too, don't you?
As Mike Gundy said, it's about your culture. And the defensive culture at USC is no culture. So I love Gundy.
I have no arguments here.
You know what? Let me run downstairs and see what room he's in and invite him over to the room.
Do it. Let's do it.
I'll be right back.
If he was to come in, hey, we will get that on video if that happens. I promise. He's probably kick my ass and I'll have fun. I get paid. I get paid that day. Boys, I get paid that day. Yep. They got better. They got worse every year. Again, great freaking comment, Cracker. Love it. Fart a rainbow. A pride rainbow. That's awesome, man. Perfect Cracker's my boy.
That's good.
All right. And I love this. Didn't talk shit. It's not signing day. But yeah, okay. So when he was talking about Clemson and USC meeting in the college football playoff, brother stuff. I just did it twice. But yeah, get out of here with that.
Hey, you bring up Clemson. I mean, guys, Clemson's going to be a threat this season.
I agree.
Clemson is a threat this season
because they have a defense. They're good at every level.
So I'm here to tell you, y'all are again. I make statements sometimes that people say you blow it out your butt, but and they're probably right. But guys, y'all are going to laugh and hoo-ha and say coach is an idiot. But it won't be the first time I've been called an idiot. But you know what?
Another good one.
Clemson, OU, Notre Dame. Guys, don't be surprised if you see those guys in the Final Four. I'm just saying.
Clemson and Notre Dame?
I'm just saying it could happen.
How? How would that happen?
Notre Dame could beat Clemson.
Right. And then Clemson wins the rest.
Clemson wins out.
Okay.
I think it could still happen.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be tough, but you know what, guys? One loss is not going to keep you out of it.
No. Yeah, because you're gonna.
I could both be 11-1.
I can see that, but I think that if you ended up with a couple of 11-1 teams in the SEC, you end up with 2 of them. But listen, this is the beauty of the 12 team next year. You can definitely see that when it goes to 12 because you're going to see more of those guys that are even 2-loss teams, and you're going to start seeing that happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'm telling you, I think it could still happen.
Come on, Sooner Cowboys, man. Damn.
What do you think?
I'm just going to let him talk.
No.
It's all good. Don't be surprised if OU is in the Final Four. Or don't be surprised if OU goes 8-4. They're not going 8-4, man. I don't see it. I think 8-4 is. I think that's an underachieving year. I think it is.
Sooners Cowboys. They could be 0-11, 0-12. I mean, we can't predict that. And I mean, yeah, it's easy to say. Well, they could be 8-4, or they could be 12-0. That's easy to say. I mean, because you're riding the fence, straddling the fence. They could be this, they could be that. Let's don't straddle the fence. What do you honestly think they're going to do?
Then say what it is. Yeah, if you're going to, instead of straddling it, go for it. Tell us what are they going to do?
Which one do you believe?
Kel Gundy is on WWLS with Mark Riggers every Monday. Okay. Yeah, what's it going to be, Sooner Cowboys? Don't laugh. Tell us. What is it going to be? Are you leaning more towards 8-4 or Final Four? I would lean more towards 8-4 than Final Four, but only because I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid yet. Just don't see it. I think they go 10-2. I think they go 10-2. I think the bottom for them, I've said this already. 9-3 is the bottom. Well, I think they go 10-2. There's one team Vegas has one team that is favored to beat them, and it's Texas.
Right. And that one ain't going to happen.
Right. So it could happen that they end up. I don't see them. Hey, listen, man. I don't know. When's the last time they went undefeated was National Talent Year, right? You drinking the Kool-Aid? Come on. What Kool-Aid? Wait a minute. You freaking hopper. I don't know what we're talking about now. 11-1, but no worse than 10-2. Okay. So see, Hank said 11-1, 10-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I buy that. I really do. I think they're going to.
I can see it, but I don't know.
I think they're going to have a great year. I really do.
I think they're going to have a great year. I think
here's the only thing. Now I'm going to straddle the fence. Okay. Here's the only thing that, and you and I talked about this today on the ride down. The only thing is, guys, is Texas and OU, week in and week out, they're going to get the best of whoever they're playing. They're going to get the best version of them because this is their last shot at them, and they're headed to the SEC. So that in itself makes it tough because everybody's going to be gunning for them.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. And I like this statement here. If they aren't in your Cowboys stadium, because they ain't mine, the NFL Cowboys, it's a disappointment. I agree with you. I think that they should get there. Now, am I counting out KSU? No, because I think they're going to take Texas out. I agree. Right? And if not them, maybe Texas Tech.
That's my dark horse right there.
I think Tech's going to be really good. If they can keep Shuck healthy, they got a good shot. And even honestly, their backup looks pretty good too. I like Texas Tech. We're gonna make sure that we stay hard on them and do deep dives with all these teams. This is part of the reason we're here, is that we really want to get deep into what all these schools are doing. I know it's the last year in this conference for Oklahoma and Texas, but hey man, they're in the conference. It's time that they get. We want to see what they do. You getting 3 G5 schools in Okie, and that's correct. Guys, I don't know how many of you guys were still on at the end there when PG said the other night that he thought that Central Florida was going to be somewhere up there in the top half. I wanted to jump through the screen. Screw those guys. They're not going to do it. They were 9-5 in a G5 conference and lost to Navy. And the guy can't throw the ball. Reese Plumlee can't throw the football. He can't throw it from here to the door. He can run a little bit, but you got to be able to do both.
Just to let you know that 6 feet away.
It's not 15 feet away, but it's still, he can't get it there. It's bullshit. Let's see what else. I hope we take advantage of this running back step. I think you're right on that too, man. I would say that all day long, Seamus. Agreed, 100%. Yeah, they got beat by Duke. Yeah, hey, and Duke wasn't that good. They weren't that good. Tulane was. I'm going to give Tulane a lot of love. They beat K-State also. They, of course, we know that they beat SC. We know they beat SC, but they also beat K-State.
You know what? I sat right here in this stadium behind us, and I watched that game, and boy, did I have fun. You know, I was surrounded.
I watched it on television.
I was surrounded by SC fans while I was sitting there screaming and hollering.
That's awesome.
For Tulane. And, you know, they wore me out for a long time, but you know what? The last few minutes of that ball game, you know who was hollering louder.
Wow.
And I got to tell you an interesting thing about that, guys. And I'm gonna get a little off topic, but I tell you what's a little interesting, because I think this talks about football in general at the collegiate level.
Right.
The Tulane fans, they didn't know how to act. I mean, before the ball game, I'm talking to these fans. Hey, y'all excited? Things are going to be great. And they were like, yeah, I hope we can just stay in the game. And everything was negative. And so even after they win the ball game, I mean, I was in there screaming and hollering and pumping up the Tulane fans because I'm not sure they knew how to take the win. And it's interesting.
But Willie Fritz is a great coach, right?
He's a great coach. He does a good job.
Better than Okie like Gundy.
And they were just, but it was interesting because, again, I'm going to use my good friend Mike Gundy, culture. And their culture was, we're just happy to be
here. Yeah.
And it was incredible because they beat a pretty good football team.
Right.
And so you see that within programs that they just don't know how to act.
Mm-hmm.
So I just found that interesting.
UT, OU, BUTT all have shot at the time. Baylor does, see, John? You sure about that?
What was that?
He says this year's going to be great. TCU, KSU, UT, OU, Baylor, and Texas Tech all have a shot at the title. And don't sleep on Kansas, OSU, and UCF. All right. Nope. We're sleeping on UCF, and we're sleeping on Okie Light. You've been drinking too much already.
I think that's everybody in the conference, isn't it?
I think he named half of them anyway. Yeah, hey, you got to – okay, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that they would name Jalen Daniels the player of the year, preseason player of the year, right? And then they also have their top running back, Neal, on that first team. And yet they have them finishing, 8th or 9th? If you're sleeping on Kansas after what Lance Leipold has done in his first 2 seasons, you're crazy.
They're ranked too low right now.
And with Jalen Daniels is electric.
Yes.
Electric. If you're sleeping on those guys, you're insane. Now, do they have a defense?
People thinking of the past, bro.
They don't. They don't have a defense. But here's the thing. How many years has Lincoln Riley lived on no defense and a hell of a quarterback? Well, they can fight for this thing.
Yeah.
They're going to finish way ahead of Okie Light. They're going to finish way the hell ahead of freaking Central Florida.
They're going to finish way ahead of Baylor.
Yeah, they probably will. I don't think the Baylor's that good either. I know.
Yeah, guys, Baylor, UCF, don't even bring them up in the conversation.
UCF is going to get nothing but from me. I'm not hearing it. I think they're trash. They might get better later, but they're not good today. Bro. Really?
Bro.
If he was, let me ask you a question. If Guts is so good, why the hell is he not at Auburn still? And every year he tries to get, every year since he's got to UCF, he's tried to get a Power 5 job, and he keeps getting turned down. I think he might be the only one that thinks that.
Gus is one of the coaches in the country that's worked his way down instead of on his way
trash,
up.
Man. Listen, and I don't. If you're putting up John Rice Plumlee, and these guys are actually talking about Plumlee leading them, they're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Gundy is a burnout. Choky Light was snuggled for 5 wins, struggled to 5 wins. I'm with you there. Luckily, Daniels has knocked out against TCU in the KU-OU game. Listen, look, hey, I believe that Kansas is a threat.
They are.
I don't know how much of a threat they're going to be to Oklahoma, except that it's in their house, so it is a threat.
Jason.
But watch, hey, I believe that here's what's going to – K-State's going to get beat by Texas because they just do. Texas has won 6 in a row in the series, but they could lose to KU.
The odds are against them, though, this time.
I don't know. I think the odds were against them before.
6. Every time you win, the next time, if you have 6 in a row, 7's a little tougher.
I get it.
8's a little tougher.
But there's something about they've won it. I mean, that's 3 away. 3 away games, too,
I hear you.
So,
but, guys, I'm going to tell you, Kansas is an upset. They're a spoiler team that's going to cause issues for some teams.
But see, you can't
and the
say
other
that,
team is going to be Texas Tech. the Red Raiders are going to spoil some big
Just not Oklahoma's,
games.
because they're not going to have to play them or Kansas State. If they get them, it's the championship game. I think that you're right on that. I think that that's going to be tough. You can't say that. Why would you say that? If OU loses to Kansas, you're done. We just got done saying they're underrated. They named him Player of the Year and then said they're going to be ninth. How the hell do you get Player of the Year if you're ninth? I don't see it happening. Of course I'm drinking. I'm in freaking vacationing.
Got Pepsi.
It's Pepsi. Yeah. All right, folks. We are out of it. I can't hear anything anymore. So we're going to go ahead and call this. We're going to be out there bright and early tomorrow. 12 o'clock, we will bring you. We can only go like 3 minutes at a time, but we're definitely going to be putting out content all day. Stick close to it. Make sure that you hit that subscriber button and the bell so that you get a notification every time we pop up. We're going to be on a lot tomorrow, okay? So make sure you stick with it. All right, what else we got? Week 1, keep an eye out. Hey, guys, I'm excited about tomorrow. What's up, chicken?
Chicken long.
Oh, chicken. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you check us out all day. We're going to be on, okay? We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.